guys, welcome to my channel. So today I am actually doing a requested video about makeup brushes and makeup tools, what they're for. Disclaimer, am not a makeup expert. I do enjoy doing my makeup. My best friend is who I love to do my makeup. I trust her. She did our wedding makeup. But for now, I do just good enough. And I do have brushes. I do need some new brushes. I do need some brush cleaner or to clean my brushes. So just with the basics of what I have, I am going to tell you what I use the makeup brushes for, what some people do. I think that every makeup brush could be used in different ways. Like there's not just one way to use them. So keep that in mind. But with that being said, in my makeup basket, it's kind of messy, I need to clean it out. I have 3 baskets, and then this I usually keep in my makeup bag, so I'll talk about that. This one is eyes, so I'll start with that, I guess. These are all my eye makeup brushes. So I will start with what I usually start my makeup with, my eyebrows. There are lots of different eyebrow pencils, eyebrow tools, different options. I had this from Sephora a long time ago. So it would have a pencil and an eyebrow brush. So I actually just now, I use the eyebrow brush to brush my eyebrows the way I like them. The pencil is out. And I use this small, it's kind of like an eyeliner brush. Then I use a shadow and I draw my eyebrows. Then I take this fluffy brush here, it's not super fluffy, and I take translucent powder and I kind of blend them a little bit. And I also take my concealer and shape them out when I do certain looks. I mean, this look I actually do have them shaped out just to like do corrections. So love this brush, it's so versatile. None of my brushes have numbers on them. I do have some MAC makeup brushes and they don't, I think the numbers are worn off them as well. So moving on with eye makeup, this is my essential makeup brush. It is my favorite. Like I said, it's MAC, but it doesn't have the number and it's dirty. But it is a fluffy brush like this, and it helps you get stuff all over the lid, and you hold it way at the back just to have less control. So it's not, that sounds crazy with your eyes, but it's better to have a rough kind of draft and then clean it up. This one here I love. These two I kind of use to do the same thing. This one, I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's called a smudge brush, it says. But it kind of has like, it's kind of spongy and it's like a certain shape. So sometimes I use this like in my crease, which is like, of course, the part of your eye that's folded. But I actually prefer this one to get into my crease. Sometimes I do use this one, other times I use this one. This one is a contour, it says contour brush. And so I use this in my crease. The shape is just really awesome, so you can use it in your crease and you can also do like a perfect triangle from like your outer eyebrow in. I hope this is making sense. And then next I'll do this brush here. It's just kind of like a flat brush. What does this say? It doesn't say. But it's just kind of like a flat brush, and this one I use to like put makeup on my lid that I like, usually I wet this brush, put it in the shadow and like dab on to really get a lot of coverage. So I enjoy this. Usually when I do a look, I use these 3, not counting my eyebrows, but just for my eyes. And this one I also love. I didn't use it for a long time. I was kind of intimidated. I didn't know how to use it. But it is a eyeliner brush. So it is very fine. And I have done a like faux liner look with black shadow, and I just wet this, I twirl it in a circle, and I do my liner just on the top. It looks amazing, and it's easier to clean up if you do make a mistake than actual eyeliner. So, love this brush. It's always hard to get it back in the plastic. So, that was my eye series. Sometimes you can use this if you want to do like a rough, what is this one called? This one's an angle shadow brush. So if you want to do kind of like a rough angle around close to your lid, or close to your lash line, but not super close, this can be helpful. So that is my eye makeup brush series, eye and eyebrow, I should say. Moving on to, I pretty much have two for face, I guess, but let me show you. So this is the next thing I use, is the blender. I love beauty blenders. This one I got from Target, and I like that it has a flat surface. I pretty much throw them out like once I feel like they stink, or like sometimes it's a month or 2 months and they're gone. Just depends. You can clean them and sometimes they last. Kind of depends on the brand and different things. I buy them at Forever 21 sometimes, but like I said, this one is from Target. And I always wet it and I wring it out. And I always put my concealer on first, and then I blend it out with this. And I pretty much do my lid and my under eyes with it. Sometimes I do down here if I feel like I need some extra lightening. You can see Dexter's tail. I do have this adorable lash curler. I don't use this lash curler often, only if I have something like in my eye and I feel like, oh my gosh, I need help. Or sometimes when I put on false lashes, I'll use it because I feel like it helps kind of stick. But super cute. Next, I will talk about my, I don't have foundation on. I usually don't wear foundation unless I'm going to be wearing it all day or I feel like I need the coverage. So I use different brushes for different foundations. Sometimes I use my blender to put on foundation, like the bottom part, or to just blend out my foundation. But I feel like this works best for my liquid foundation, to paint it on and then just blend it out a little bit. So this is a MAC and it's like a paintbrush. It really is. Sometimes this brush I need to just get rid of, but I've been just delaying that. The hairs are coming out. But it's a long, let's see. It's a long brush with a flat top. These should all be even. So this is called a stippling brush. That I do know the term of. And you can put on foundation that way. Sometimes I do. When I have more of a full coverage foundation. Hi, do you want to talk about makeup too? When I have more of a full coverage foundation, like my Cover FX or Kat Von D, I'll usually use the stippling. But on a regular basis, I just use my Bare Minerals liquid foundation. Hello, Mr. Needy. What do you need? Just love? What are you doing? So, those are my two foundation brushes. Next is my two contour or bronzer brushes. So when I'm doing contour, this actually came with my Smashbox contour, which a contour kit has a bronzer, a darker than bronzer, and then a light powder, just to really contour your face. Kind of depends on your face shape. So this one I only use when I'm contouring. I rarely will use it for just throwing on bronzer. This one I love. It's a big fluffy bronzer brush. I think it's just, I don't know what it's called, like I said, but it's like kind of at an angle, and it's very fluffy and full, and I just put on my bronzer that way. I put bronzer on in a lot of areas, more than most, I think. Kind of do the 3. So, love this bronzer brush. It's my favorite for putting on bronzer. Then this other, my third bin kind of has the final touch brushes, I guess. Even though this should be, I don't know. So this is a fluffy blush brush. I used to not really like blush, and it took getting a good blush. I love the Bare Minerals. I think it's called Golden Road. Golden something. Golden Sunset. You really need a good blush that matches your skin. That is key. But also putting it on lightly, and at the end, I like to put it on after my bronzer. I always thought blush would look just ridiculous because I already have like intense cheekbones. So I thought it would look just ridiculous on me and just too much. And I have such light skin already that I thought it would make me look really pink. And it doesn't. Not if you get the right blush, and not if you put it on, I want to say sparingly, but sparingly is almost the wrong word because I feel like I put a lot on. But it goes away fast. When you first put on makeup, it might look intense. Once you blend it out, it really completes the look. As my best friend says, it makes you look super alive. So we always want to look alive. So I take this big fluffy brush and I do my cheekbones. I kind of blend up just like my bronzer, but I focus a little more. Like with my bronzer, I go up to my ear. And with the blush, I kind of just do this small area, not as far up. And then I do my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And yeah, love this fluffy brush. This is a Sephora brush. I've had it for a long time. So next, my next step is to do blending. These are both brushes I use for blending. I think this one is technically a blush brush, but on the go, when I don't have as much room in my travel bag, I'll take this one to blend. Or if I just have a small area that I want to blend, I'll use this one. It's a little bit smaller than this big fluffy blending brush. Some people I've heard have used these to put on their makeup. I don't know if they use liquid or powder foundation. Whatever works for you, but I'm just telling you how I use my brushes, and yeah. So if you have translucent powder, you can put that on after you blend or while you blend. However it goes. I actually don't bake. I used to do baking like under my eyes and stuff. I should probably do it, but I'm actually out of translucent powder right now. So I need to buy more, and I will. Dexter wants food. I will feed you right now. Hold on. So this is my blending brush that after I do my bronzer and my blush, and of course I have my concealer on, I use this brush to just blend it all together, everywhere, all over. Last but far from least, I have this brush here, which mine's been in a bag, so it's kind of wonky a little bit at the end. But this is a highlighter brush, and it looks like a fan, and you pretty much take your highlighter, dip this in, because highlighter, depending on your brand and what you like, I love the more sparkle the better. As you can tell, my highlighter is pretty intense. So you just put it in the highlighter and just scrape it on your cheekbones on top of your bronzer. And then I also do my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I do the sides of my eyebrows as well, like right on after the arch. So, love my highlighter brush. Some highlighters, it doesn't work as well, like the Amrezy, I don't feel like it picks up as much. But it does work great for my Champagne Pop. So it just depends on the bronzer sometimes. The thicker bronzers, this one doesn't work as well. The really fine ones, it does. So for thicker bronzers, sometimes I use my Beauty Blender, and I just kind of dip the edge into the bronzer and just pat it on. It looks so intense that way, and I love it. It's not appropriate in all cases. Sometimes it's a little too intense. Is there such thing as too intense highlighter? I don't know, but for some it might be. The other thing I've been doing, like I said, I need to get rid of this brush, but I've been enjoying it because the thicker bronzers, I just rub this in and I just scrape it on. I don't want to say scrape, but I just rub this on my face in my areas, and it works really well. So the side of my stippling brush also gets used. And my eyebrow brush. And my eyebrow brush, this one here, that I use to clean up my eyebrows. I also use it to put my highlighter on my brows on the edge. So, that has been me describing my makeup brushes, how I use them, kind of my makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you have any questions. I would love to hear from you guys. Any other things you would like to see, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe so you don't miss me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!